Hello everybody, this is Crispy and I forgot to play the game. So there we go, play, because because I'm just that smart. Anyways, this is Crispy and I'm going to be casting a game right now that I just played. I just played 3 games. This is the first of the 3 games I played. And this is just a game to show you how to do something that I discovered well. Now, I'm not going to tell you what build my opponent is going here, no issue, because I'm assuming you can't put spaces in your StarCraft usernames. So, no issue. He's going to be going a particular build. I'm pretty sure, as you could guess, it's PvP. You'd probably know what the build is unless you don't play StarCraft for some reason. And obviously, this is Crispy and... yeah! There we go. Crispy and no issue. So, Crispy spawning as the red noob up in this top section bit on the left here on Scrap Station. And no issue spawning as the blue Protoss spawning on the right side on Scrap Station. So now this is just me showing you, as I already mentioned. Oh man, I forgot to put that down. So nobody look at that. Nobody go back in the video and check how long the game goes for. Just watch the video, because I need to get an overlay thing going on for that, but I don't know how, and yeah, all that crap. So I'm just going to minimize that so you don't know how long the game goes for. So this is me just forgetting to... oh no, not forgetting to build a probe, just didn't have enough minerals. Because that's one of the things about when you go 13 gate. I'm just going to tell you something quickly that I discovered about the 13 gate. When you go 13 gate, you chrono boost your probe as soon as this finishes. And then when the next probe after that is about here, like right there, done, you chrono again. But if you go 13 gate, you're going to be like out of minerals for about 4 or 5 seconds. So don't chrono your second probe until it's... until you've got enough minerals to build the next probe. Your third probe, I mean, after the gateway, because you won't, your probe will finish building, but your chrono boost will keep going and you won't be able to afford the next probe. Most of you probably don't know what I'm talking about, because I just talk a lot of gibberish. So, just, yeah, if you can figure that out, good on you. Now, I did make a couple of blunders in this game. Look, my gateway finished here, and look how long it took me to get 150 minerals from my side, but I don't know what went horribly wrong there, but something just didn't work out right. So everything's just going down now. He's getting his cyber down roughly the same time. He's put some guys in his gas. I think I forget to put guys in my gas too, but I just did that now. Probes just chasing each other around. This guy's just chilling out, getting his ass zapped. My probe's just doing this whole thing I like to do along here, because I'm too lazy to micro my probe. Yeah, and he is accumulating minerals. Who knows what this means? Yes, correct. He will be 4-gating. Oh, 4-gating? How original, I know! So, obviously, it's PvP. I know he's going to be 4-gating because he's just a Protoss player, and that's what he does. Right, let's see. He's going to be throwing down a few gates now, or maybe after that pylon. He's going to throw more back here, probably. I don't know. And my probe gets killed because I don't know how to micro, because I am a noob. So... oh, come on, is that going to finish? Get your 4-gate going already. There goes my second gate. Now, this is a build that I was just practicing to see if it actually works against the 4-gate. And I guess we'll just have to find out to see if it does. We can either rule it off the list of possible buildings to counter the 4-gate, or it will be totally awesome. Now, notice how he stopped probe production. This is something very important to do in the 4-gate if you want to execute it properly. Because if you're just continuously producing probes, you won't have enough minerals to actually make the all the gateway units. So this is just me. I'm just going to talk. I'll just talk a bit about my pylon placement. This is what I like to do. I always put one pylon against Protoss here, one pylon at the back of my mineral line, so that I can maybe hide some tech structures, or later in the game this comes in very handy if you need to put in cannons here and you don't have a pylon there. It doesn't take you ages to put that pylon there, and I didn't even know he had that pylon there, and I've said pylon there about 10 times. You guys should have been counting that. He's getting himself way up to about 500 minerals now. His 4 warp gate isn't absolutely precise. I mean, it's hard to get it perfect, like with your warp gates finished. Oh, it was pretty good actually to like get your warp gates finished, and just as your warp gate tech finishes, your warp gates finish, and then everything just flows absolutely smoothly. You've got just enough supply and minerals and gas to warp in a bunch of units. And here we go. He's sending about 3 probes over to build this Twilight counter, because he does not even know what StarCraft is. I'm that good. Now, this is when it gets a bit tricky, because I know this is going to hit, like, probably 6 minutes, just after 6 minutes, so I come out to scout around for any probes that might be building any pylons, and holy crap! There's zealots and stalkers at the front of my base, just knocking on my front door, so they're just going to be microwing my zealots around here. Boom, one zealot explodes there, and that's me killing my own zealot because I'm a retard. So my Twilight counter is nearly built. Pretty much what I am thinking at this moment is, holy shit, I just have to hold off and keep building pylons, which I'm not doing right now, until I can get what I'm about to be getting out of here. Come on, come on, come on, get it. Come on, come on. You need to do this. You need to get it. Come on. Oh, by the way, notice I got the second gas because I'm obviously going to be getting tech, and my guys are getting ripped to pieces. Actually, no, they're not. I didn't even need to send those probes over there. I thought I was getting absolutely, whatever that word is, like annihilated or whatever. Alright, here we go. I'm getting blink. Now, I've discovered that I have not used any chrono boost throughout the entire game, which is bad. You guys should use that. And I just try to stop these zealots from coming straight in here by using that force field. It kind of worked. And yeah, I'm just going to be trying to be getting blink, and then I will just try to basically out micro this guy. So we're just going to see how that goes against the 4-gate. And remember, the one thing to do when you're... Oh, not one thing, obviously there's a lot of things to do. And I'm just going to clean up this stalker and this zealot here just after he kills my sentry from about 3 meters away from it with his gigantic side blades. Is continue building pylons all the time. You notice I have been supply blocked a couple of times. I don't think this guy's been supply blocked because he's better than me, obviously, which isn't very hard. And he's just been building pylons throughout this entire time. So blink is nearly done, and let's see... I'm not sure if I even utilized it very well in a microing situation, but I just wanted to show you that blink can be effective. So, yeah, we're just waiting for the next battle to happen, and I've got nothing really to say until then, which is kind of like that awkward part. You're like, oh, he's kind of given up on his 4-gate. Now, this is what you do when basically you just backed out of your 4-gate. You build a gas, you might even build a robo sometime soon, when you just... And then you just try to contain your opponent, but I'm just like, nah, fuck you. Push out with this baller stalker. He's just like, I'm just gonna walk right into the middle of the war zone, yeah, whatever, bitches. And then he's just running into the middle of there, trying to blink after these guys, trying to chase them down and, shoot them. Gonna be warping in a bunch of zealots to start tanking some damage so I can, so he can take out my stalkers. But, oh, what up? I am just super Gosu, letting one of my stalkers die there, and just trying to micro the rest of these guys around. He's dead. Yeah, I'm so good letting all my stalkers die. He's dead. This guy better get up here. Blink, blink, blink. Blink over there. Try to blink it. No, it didn't blink up on the cliff, but... for the time being, it's working out quite fine. I can just blink after these guys pretty quickly. Yeah, start chasing them down. Back the fuck up, because he's warping in a bunch of zealots. And that requires a bit of macro to get rid of that. Just blinking up onto the cliff here, so I got the high ground. He can't really bust up on there, obviously, because he can't see up on the high cliff. Duh. So, chucking down another gateway, because this is not working out too well for me. Well, it's working out alright for me. I know I'm holding it off fairly well, but I'm not going to actually be able to do anything. And I don't know if he's warping... I'm just... also chronoing these cooldowns so I can get supply blocked again in a moment because I'm that good. Because I don't know, because at any point throughout the warp gate, your opponent can just stop building units and you're just like, shit, I'm not going to go down my ramp because he's just going to have a crap ton of units. So that stalker just walking all the way through there, blinking out, blink, get out, and just blinking a couple of my stalkers out. I'm going to die here. Going to have to pull some probes in. I'll just get back onto what I was talking about before about your opponent not building any units later on after this insane battle goes on. This maybe warping in a couple more units here, just going to be fighting him off, probably just going to be sending all these probes to die because, hey, whatever, probes are disposable, yeah, whatever, I'll just throw them in the bin. Warping in a couple more guys, should be turning this into a warp gate in just a second. All these dogs hopefully going to be cleaning this up, just maybe going to be blinking out of here just to be safe. Going to be turning, oh, I remember I tried to turn this into a warp gate. I like clicked on it, pressed G, and then clicked away instantly, and it didn't actually press G in time. So that's me going, ah, you're a dickhead, turning that into a warp gate. So, as I was saying just before, your opponent can just stop building units at any point and expand. And then you're just like, nah, I'm not going down my ramp because he's just going to have a shitload of units. So what I'm trying to do is just keep the pressure on, and if he stops building units to try and expand, I will just crush him and then just run all the way down the field and kill. Oh, that stalker just getting out of there in time. I reckon those actually hit him, and he probably should have died. But you know what? Divine Intervention, me blinking. Yeah, that's right. I'm Divine Intervention. Nah, I'm just... No. Nah, not even going to go there. Accumulating a bunch of chrono boosts because I am really good at StarCraft, and I play the game a lot, and I suck. Oh yeah, blinking the stalkers just to catch a bit of extra ground. He's so good at this. Completely not noticing that pylon. Yeah, whatever. Just taking a look at the army count. Now this is what happens when your 4-gate fails. Just boop, clicking on that really quickly because I like to spam just clicking while I'm casting. Duh. Actually, I probably could have blinked across these rocks with my stalkers. I realized halfway down this track that it probably would have been a lot faster. But I'm just, yeah, taking a look at the supply gun. This is what happens when your 4-gate fails. You have 41 supply, and your opponent has 58, and then he just comes and kills you. So always sending the Zealot in first to get a bit of vision of the high ground, and if he's just got like a bunch of Void Rays and crap, back out, which he probably shouldn't because he's gotten the 4-gate, because he has got the 4-gate. So just doing a bit of Blink Stalker micro. Probably going to be cleaning this up in just a moment. Shouldn't be too hard. We just got a couple of Zealots in here and a couple of Stalkers. That Stalker's going down, just blinking around a bit. And this should be just about the end of the game. Just going to be cleaning this up. GG. No issue says GG. Crispy says GG. And that is the end of that game. So the 3-gate Blink Stalker into 4-gate Blink Stalker, if you can't produce enough units to kill the 4-gate, does work alright against the 4-gate. Now, if you're actually any good at the game, you can probably pull it off a lot... yeah, cracking all my knuckles. A lot better than I can, and... absolutely crush your opponent without having to build that 4th warp gate, and then you can go get an expansion and all that fancy crap, because I had 700 minerals and yeah. So that was just a little thing on how to beat the 4 warp gate. I might later on in this evening go cast a game of me. You know what? I don't cast very many games of when I lose, because you know what? I just don't lose. Nah. I must seem like a massive dickhead if I just don't cast any games where I lose. Everyone's like, what the fuck, man? You want everyone to just think you're great and cast games where you win. I'm going to go ahead now and cast a game. This was ladder, and in the next game I played, I versed No Issue again. And I'm going to play a game where... oh, I just gave away what's going to happen in the next game, where I lost. So I'm going to go do that now. See everybody laters.